Good afternoon and welcome to FT Sport. My name is Theo Bicknell and this is our live coverage of what promises to be one of the most extraordinary afternoons in Scottish football history. We are live at Celtic Park in the East End of Glasgow, a stadium that has witnessed decades of drama, heartbreak and glory. However, even by the extraordinary standards of this magnificent ground, what is about to unfold here this afternoon may eclipse just about everything that has come before it, because today the Scottish Premiership title will be decided right here, right now. Two clubs, one game, winner takes all. Celtic, the reigning champions, host Hearts, the side that has led this league for virtually the entire campaign. Hearts go into this afternoon knowing that a single point, just 1 point, separates them from their first top-flight title win in over 66 years. Celtic, meanwhile, know that only a win will do. Nothing else, no draws, no ifs, no buts. Win, and they are champions for a 5th consecutive season. Drop points, and the trophy leaves Glasgow for Tynecastle. Scottish football has not seen a final day title decider of this magnitude in 35 years. The last time the championship was settled head-to-head on match day 38 of the Scottish top flight was back in the 1990-91 season when Rangers defeated Aberdeen at Ibrox to clinch the title by 2 points. And yet, even on that occasion, dramatic as it was, it did not carry quite this level of theatre, because today both clubs on the pitch can win it. Both clubs travel to this ground with genuine, legitimate hope. So settle in, this afternoon is going to be something quite special. Let us be absolutely clear about what is at stake here today, because the numbers tell a story that is genuinely remarkable. Should Hearts avoid defeat this afternoon, should they draw or win, they will be confirmed as Scottish Premiership champions. It would be their 5th top-flight title in the club's history, the most of any club outside of the old firm. More significantly, it would be their first since the 1959-60 season, 66 years ago. To put that into context, the last time Hearts were crowned champions of Scotland, Harold Macmillan was the Prime Minister of Great Britain. But the historical weight of this occasion does not stop there. A Hearts title would make them the first club outside of Celtic and Rangers to win the Scottish Top Flight Championship since Alex Ferguson's Aberdeen did so in 1984-1985 season, ending in the process a remarkable run of 40 consecutive successive titles, won exclusively by one of the two Glasgow Giants. 40 consecutive championships. That is the streak that Hearts have the opportunity to bring to an end today. For Celtic, the stakes are no less profound. A win here would deliver a 5th consecutive Scottish Premiership title, the 9th time in the club's history that they have achieved 5 in a row or more. It would also take Celtic's overall tally to 56 top-flight championships, moving them ahead of Rangers, who stand at 55 as the most successful club in Scottish football history. The Opta supercomputer, for what it's worth, could not split them. Celtic won the title in 54.4% of simulations, Hearts in 49.6%. Essentially a coin flip, and that is exactly how it feels on a morning like this. To understand how we arrived at this moment, we need to go back to the very beginning of the campaign, because the story of this season is one of the great footballing narratives in recent Scottish football memory. When the Scottish Premiership season kicked off back in the summer, the overwhelming, almost universal assumption, was that Celtic would once again dominate. They were the reigning champions. They had the squad depth, the European experience, the infrastructure of a club accustomed to winning. But Hearts were different this season. From the very first whistle, Derek McInnes had assembled a side that not only competed with the very best in this league, they were the very best. A team organised to the highest level, a team with genuine quality throughout the pitch, and crucially, a team with a mentality to match their ability. They led the table. They led it week after week, and every time the pressure increased, every time the spotlight intensified, they found a way to respond. Celtic's season, by contrast, has been one of the most turbulent any club in recent Scottish top-flight history has endured. 3 different permanent or interim managers in the course of a single campaign. First, Brendan Rodgers, who had won back-to-back titles with the club, departed following a pivotal defeat. Then Wilfred Nancy was appointed, given the chance to stabilise the ship before he too was moved on. And finally, the club turned to a name that requires no introduction at Celtic Park, Martin O'Neill. O'Neill managed Celtic between 2000 and 2005, winning 3 league titles, 2 Scottish Cups and 2 League Cups. He is 74 years old. Few would have predicted that he would be walking back through the doors of Celtic Park in the middle of a title race, and yet here we are. Since losing to Dundee United at Tandis Park in March, a defeat that left them 5 points adrift of Hearts with seemingly little hope, Celtic have won every single one of their 6 remaining league fixtures. 6 wins from 6. That run has cut Hearts' advantage at the top of the table to just 1 solitary point, and it has set the scene for this afternoon. And if the build-up today needed any extra seasoning, any additional drama, it got it on Wednesday evening. Both clubs were in action on a night that Scottish football will not forget in a hurry. For 10 extraordinary minutes, Hearts and Celtic were simultaneously in positions that would have handled the Jambos a commanding advantage heading into this weekend. Hearts led Falkirk at Tynecastle. Celtic meanwhile were trailing at Fir Park against Motherwell. Had those results held, Hearts would have gone into Saturday 3 points clear with a goal advantage of 6. Their title would have been as good as theirs. But football, as it has a habit of doing, intervened. In the dying moments at Fir Park, Celtic were awarded a penalty. The decision was, to put it mildly, controversial. Keltri Internair stepped up and converted, turning a defeat into victory in the final seconds. Celtic moved to within 1 point, and the entire complexion of the title race was transformed overnight. The reaction was immediate and intense. Debate raged across Scottish football and beyond about the legitimacy of the penalty decision. Martin O'Neill was characteristically direct on the subject. He acknowledged the controversy but was clear in his view, saying, "When you see it again properly, it is a penalty. It looks very, very harsh. The handball rule should be a major point of discussion in the summertime." Dave McInnes, for his part, refused to let the controversy consume his preparation. He acknowledged that there had been glaring inconsistencies in officiating throughout the season, but made clear that today is not the day for that conversation. The focus from the Hearts camp is singular and unwavering: get a result at Celtic Park. One of the most compelling subplots of this afternoon is the record between these two sides this season, because it makes for fascinating reading, particularly from a Celtic perspective. The two clubs have met 3 times in the Premiership this campaign. Celtic have not won any of those 3 encounters, not one. The first meeting came on the 26th of October at Tynecastle, and it was a game that would prove seismic in more ways than one. Celtic managed that at that point by Brendan Rodgers arrived 5 points behind Hearts in the table. They left having beaten 3-1, and Rodgers re-signed the following day. The goals that afternoon told their own story. Dane Murray put the ball into his own net to give Hearts a lead inside 10 minutes, only for Celtic captain Callum McGregor to level matters with his first goal of the season. But Hearts were not to be denied. Alexandros Kyrgios restored their advantage in the second half, and Lawrence Shankland converted a penalty to seal a commanding victory. That result that afternoon in Gorgie proved to be the moment that changed the entire trajectory of Celtic's season. The second meeting, on the 7th of December, was no less significant. It was the managerial debut of Wilfred Nancy, Celtic's newly appointed manager, just 4 days into the job. Hearts promptly spoiled his party. Claudio Braga robbed Callum McGregor, and tucked away the opener. Oisin McTentry then headed Hearts emphatically into a 2-goal lead. Despite Celtic dominating possession, over 70% of the ball and 15 shots, they could only find consolation through Kieran Tierney. 2-1 to Hearts, 3 Celtic managers or iterations thereof, and Hearts had already beaten 2 of them. The third meeting on the 25th of January came after O'Neill's reappointment. Celtic led through Benjamin Nygren's opener, then went ahead again after Hun Jun Yang in the second half. It looked like O'Neill was on course for a win until Austin Trusty's red card with just over 10 minutes to play. Braga netted a late equaliser to take a point and keep Hearts comfortably ahead. 2-2, 3 games, 3 Celtic managers, 3 different results. None of them, though, a Celtic win. That is the record O'Neill must overturn this afternoon. Let us turn now to team news. Celtic going into the match without a number of key personnel through injury. Goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel remains out with a shoulder problem. Defender Cameron Carter-Vickers, who would have been a crucial figure at the heart of the backline today, is sidelined with an Achilles injury. Jota misses out with a knee problem, while Kobe Donovan, Julian Arajo and Thomas Canvera are also unavailable. Callum Osman continues his return from hamstring injury. Martin O'Neill has confirmed there are no fresh injuries from the midweek fixture at Fir Park, and the squad is otherwise as he would want it. For Hearts, the injury picture is similarly familiar. Mark Leonard and Craig Halkett are both absent with Achilles problems. Ozzy McTentry and Callum Neoff are unavailable with hamstring issues. Thomas McNewson and Egeu are out with thigh complaints. However, Derek McNinns has confirmed there are no fresh concerns from Wednesday's match and expects to name an unchanged squad. Despite those absences on both sides, there is more than enough quality available to produce a match that will live long in the memory. No preview of this match would be complete without dwelling on the individuals who are capable of deciding it. For Hearts, the name that resonates above all is Lawrence Shankland. The Scotland international striker has contributed 15 goals in the Premiership this season and has had the composure and the quality to perform when it matters most. He found the net from the penalty spot in the October meeting at Tynecastle, and he will be looking to do the same or better today. Alongside him, Claudio Braga has been important to Hearts' title challenge. The Portuguese forward has 14 Premiership goals to his name this season, and he's been involved in two of the most significant moments against Celtic, scoring in the December fixture at Celtic Park and netting the crucial late equaliser in January at Tynecastle. Between them, Shank and Braga have each contributed 12 points to Hearts' tally this season through their goals alone, a staggering contribution for any striking partnership. For Celtic, the creative force has been Daisian Maeda. The Japanese international winger has contributed 13 Premiership goals and with 16 points added to Celtic's tally for his effort is the most impactful player in the entire division by that particular metric. He is quick, direct, relentless in his pressing and capable of moments of individual brilliance that can unlock any defence. Benjamin Nygren has also been in outstanding form. 16 Premiership goals this season, second only to Motherwell's Taiwanda Manahees across the entire division, and Celtic's top scorer in the league. He will be the player Hearts' defensive organisation worries about most, and then there is Callum McGregor, Celtic's captain. In a season of turbulence and managerial change, McGregor has been a constant, the experienced, intelligent midfielder who provides stability, leadership and quality in equal measure. On an afternoon like this, his composure will be every bit as important as any goal. From a tactical perspective, the contrast between these two sides makes for a genuinely intriguing contest. Hearts under Derek McInnes have been built on defensive solidity and clinical counter-attacking. They are exceptionally well organised, difficult to break down and ruthlessly efficient when they transition from defence to attack. McInnes has set his side up through this campaign to be competitive in every environment, pragmatic, purposeful and devastatingly effective. That approach has yielded a record against Celtic this season that speaks for itself. Celtic under O'Neill have been more direct, more physically imposing. His side press high, press hard and seek to make the opposition uncomfortable from the first whistle. At Celtic Park, with the crowd behind them, that approach has been devastatingly effective across those 6 consecutive league wins. Celtic have also scored 10 goals beyond the 19th minute this season, 6 of them winners. A side that simply refuses to accept defeat. Martin O'Neill has spoken this week about the temporarily ununified situation at Celtic Park, the suggestion being that the club's support, which has experienced considerable unrest during a turbulent season, has come together for this final push. He believes that the atmosphere will be electric and that it will be massive for the side. Derek McInnes acknowledges as much. He expects bedlam inside this ground, and yet crucially, he is not afraid of it. McInnes has spoken with remarkable calm about this occasion, describing it as pure box office and a perfect ending to the season. He is seeking one more big performance from his side to create, as he said, our own history and our own legacy. He has ripped up the script, as also, like what he said, all season. He believes that he has one more script ripping result left in this Hearts squad. McInnes also revealed this week that he received a message of encouragement from Sir Alex Ferguson, the man who last led a non-Old Firm side to the Scottish title, with Aberdeen in 1984 and 1985 season. It is a connection worth dwelling on. Ferguson's Aberdeen were the great overachievers of their era, a club punching well above their weight against the financial might of the Glasgow Giants. If Hearts can do today what Aberdeen did 4 decades ago, they will have earned their place in that same remarkable conversation. Scottish football has a rich and proud tradition of final day drama, and this afternoon sits in remarkable company. Cast your minds back to the 1985-1986 season. Celtic needed to win their final game at Lovetree against St Mirren to clinch the title on goal difference over Hearts, who had already completed their programme and could only watch. A devastated Hearts support looked on as Celtic prevailed. The title went to Glasgow. The date was the 3rd of May 1986, a day that is seared into the memory of every Hearts supporter of a certain generation. There was the 10th of May 1998, another day of agonising final day drama for the Georgie faithful. Celtic beat St Johnstone to win the championship, while Hearts could only draw. Celtic won the title by 2 points, and Hearts finished second again. The pattern, from a Hearts perspective, has been one of the near misses and painful final days that have defined decades of support for a club that has known glory but has known it to be fleeting. The last time they lifted the Premiership trophy was in 1960, and yet, for all of those near misses, for all of those painful afternoons, this one feels genuinely different. This is not Hearts hoping for results elsewhere to fall their way. This is Hearts as the side at the top of the table, travelling to Celtic Park, needing only a point. The pressure in that sense is inverted. History is waiting to be written, and Hearts are the side with the first opportunity to write it. Celtic's own record in final day scenarios is worth noting. In the past 18 seasons, they have lost their final league game only once, a 1-0 defeat to Aberdeen in 2017-18. They've beaten Hearts on the final day of the season in each of the last 4 occasions the two sides have met on matchday 38, and they have never lost 7 consecutive league games to the same club in a single season, which means today for Celtic it's also a matter of pride as much as silverware. Right then, kick-off is not long away here from Celtic Park. Before we head to a break, a reminder of what else is happening in Scottish football elsewhere today. Elsewhere in the Premiership, Hibernian host Motherwell at Easter Road in a final day Europa Conference League qualification battle of their own. 1 point separates those two sides in 4th and 5th place, and the winner today earns a place in the European football next season. We will have live updates from Easter Road throughout our coverage. Rangers also travel to Falkirk to round out the top 6 fixtures. We will keep you across all of it, and it'll be an interesting afternoon, to say the absolute least. When we come back from the break, we will have the title decider, and it is not that far away. We'll see you in a few moments. welcome back to FT Sport. We are now just minutes away from what could be one of the most defining moments in Scottish football history. The teams are now in the tunnel. Celtic Park is reaching fever pitch. Close to 60,000 supporters are packed into this magnificent stadium, the vast majority wearing the green and white of Celtic, and behind one goal, approximately 800 Hearts supporters who have made the journey from Edinburgh and who will be hoping to witness their club make history this afternoon. Before we go to kick-off, I want to share some final context. Martin O'Neill has spoken this week about the privilege of returning to this club, not once but twice, in the most difficult of circumstances. He has acknowledged that today, in his own words, is more than a reasonable chance of being his final league game in charge of Celtic. He's 74 years old. He has managed at the very highest level across clubs and international football, and yet here he is on a Saturday afternoon in Glasgow, doing what he has always done, preparing a side for the biggest of occasions. He says he should enjoy it more than he is. You sense that the competitor in him simply will not allow it. Cammy Devlin, the Australian midfielder who has given 5 years of his career to Tynecastle and is out of contract this summer, spoke with remarkable emotion this week about what this moment means. If you don't want to play this game, he said, football is not for you. It is a sentiment that will resonate with everyone inside Celtic Park today, regardless of which colour they are wearing. The William Hill Premiership trophy sits in the stadium beneath us, dressed in both maroon ribbons for Hearts and green and white ribbons for Celtic. By full time this afternoon, one set of those ribbons will remain and the other will be removed. Only one club can be champions. Only one set of supporters will leave Glasgow singing. A reminder as well, later today, Chelsea take on Manchester City in the FA Cup final at Wembley, and with kick-off at 3 o'clock, you can catch the full game review on FT Sport Plus on Sunday. And next Sunday we are live on FT Sport with updates from every game on the final day of the Premier League season, with coverage from 3 o'clock ahead of 4 o'clock kickoffs across the division. When we come back, we will have live match commentary of Celtic versus Hearts. See you in just a few moments. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. We are moments away from kick-off, around about 4 to be exact, and Celtic Park is booming. And before kick-off, let's bring you the starting lineups for both sides. For Celtic, the home side, they play a 4-2-3-1 formation with Sinsalo in net, a back four of Tierney, Scales, Trusty and Johnson. A defensive midfield of 2 players comprised of Engels and McGregor, an attacking midfield of 3 players comprised of Tuneti, Nygren and Yang, and up front it's Maeda. And for Hearts they play a 4-4-2 formation with Shawolo in net, a back four of Steinweider, Kinsley, Findlay and Milne, and a midfield of Kirislis, Bangnami, Devlin, Altina and 2 players up front, Shankland and Kabore. the manager for Celtic, Martin O'Neill, and the manager for Heart, Derek McInnes. On the bench for Celtic, Ross Doohan, Anthony Ralston, Dane Murray, Marco Sheretsky, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Luke McCowan, Callum Osmond, James Forrest, Kelechi Inge-Gnano. And the injured players for Celtic, Thomas Cavara, Colby Donovan, Julian Arajo, Kasper Schmeichel, Aidan Montgomery, Camion Carter-Vickers and Jota. And for the Hearts bench, Ryan Fulton, Frankie Kent, Jamie McCart, Alan Forrest, Blair Spittle, Christian Dale, Borjkovic, Claudio Braga, Islam Cheskanov and Sabra Kajota. The injured players are Mark Leonard, Craig Halkett, Ozzy McKenzie, Thomas Magnusson, Craig Gordon, Eduardo Aju, Callum Neoworth and Finlay Pollock. So then, the players are coming out now to a raucous atmosphere. The away allocation for the Hearts is a maximum of 800. Some people saying it's around 592 Hearts fans that have been given tickets to this match. You never know, there could be some sitting in the home end, but that just shows you how much of an advantage Celtic won. We can have a quick look at the table as the players shake hands. This is what the table looks like. Of course, the two teams that we are watching are highlighted at the top, Hearts and Celtic. 1 point separates them. That means if Hearts win, they win the title. If Hearts draw, well, if it is a draw, Hearts will win the title. But if Celtic win, Celtic take the title off of Hearts in the end. There's other games going on. Rangers, Motherwell, Hibernian, Falkirk. They are all playing. Rangers, Falkirk and Motherwell, Hibernian are the matchups. And we will give you live updates on those matches from around the grounds on the bottom of your screen and throughout our game here. Well then, we are moments away from kickoff. The teams doing their last preparations in the huddles. It's going to be an interesting 90 minutes. Expect the atmosphere to be quite loud. Expect it to be raucous inside Celtic Park, because this is set to be an incredible finish. Hearts just doing the last preparations now. We are moments away from what is the final game for both sides, the final day of the Scottish Premiership season, the title decider. The script couldn't be written more perfectly. There are Hearts fans in the crowd. They are raucous. They have the headgear, they have the shirts. They are clapping their team, the team going towards the away end, to clap them as well. Celtic are ready. They are in their formation. The scarves are out for the fans. This is going to be an explosive 90 minutes, so do not miss a single second. Both sides in their formation. We await the referee's whistle. The referee today got a big job to do, we'll say that. Especially after Wednesday night, the controversial penalty decision. You don't want to make any of those mistakes. Now, I'm not saying it was a mistake, but you don't want to make a single mistake in a match like this. It's the title decider. It is the Scottish Premiership. Hearts will kick off and we are underway. Hearts have the ball to start off the afternoon, and it's already gone into Sinsalo's hands, who plays out to Trusty, and a player down for Hearts already. That's Kabore clutching his stomach, and you do not want a player like Kabore to go down like that earlier on. I think he should be fine, to be honest. He doesn't go down until after it. Yeah, he's right back up now. He doesn't go down until the ball is not out of play, but when the chance has gone for Hearts. So maybe some mind games early on. Well, here comes Celtic, and Celtic might have a chance here. It's squared into the box, and it is cleared by Hearts. Ball still in play. Celtic with the ball down the right wing, and they've cleared it to Hearts, and it's gone back to Sinsalo. But Celtic with the first major opportunity to score. It was squared into the box to Maeda, maybe Tunketi or Nygren. But a great chance, and now Celtic come again. They try to play a ball inside the box. Instead it's met with Steinweider, who clears it, but not enough. It's hit to a Celtic player, and now they come down the left wing. They're going to try and get the ball into the box here, which is exactly what they do. Played back to the wing, maybe a cross in, or will Hearts regain possession? Yes, they will. Celtic, though, regain the ball right back. They have looked the best in this opening 90 seconds. Ball goes out, and it will be a Celtic corner. Yeah, it's really gone the way of Celtic to start off this afternoon. Putting the pressure on, a lot of touches inside the box for the opening 2 minutes. The question is, though, can they keep the pressure going throughout the rest of this match? We're about to hit 2 minutes on the clock. Corner will be taken for Celtic. Ball comes in, played to the middle, it is headed away, and it will be a goal kick. A missed effort there from Trusty. Yeah, and Trusty just gets his head to it. There's a lot of Hearts players that are really congested in that area above him, so it's quite tough to get the ball. Luckily he does get his head on it, but he's too much power and it's gone over. Well, Swallow will take the first goal kick this season. The goals in the first 15 minutes this season, Celtic have scored 11, Rangers have scored 11, Hibernian scored 10. They are all the most this season. We've got a goal to bring you at the Falkirk Rangers game, although some would say it doesn't really matter to the table anymore. Yes, it doesn't, but Rangers are up 1-0 on Falkirk. And like we said, we'll keep you up to date on all the other games around the grounds today. Celtic now have the ball, and their attack is stopped ruthlessly as the ball goes back to Swallow. Pressure being put on here by Maeda, but Maeda can't get there in time, and we go back to a aerial duel. And you can say easily that, personally, I think the better side so far have been Celtic. I think we can all agree they've had the corner. I think, if anything is to say, they look the most convincing to score. Hearts with possession in Celtic's half, but they go backwards and change sides of the pitch from the right to left. And now a ball played into the box here to Kabore. Kabore has it on the edge of the box and it's gone out. It will be a Hearts throw-in. And I can tell you that Rangers' goal at Falkirk was by Youssef Chermiti. He gets the side 1-0 up there. And by the looks of it, they've been dominating possession, 83% for Rangers. Ball played into the box here for Hearts. And it looked a bit nervy there. The ball was bouncing around, but there was no players on it. Right in front of the net. The keeper was a bit nervous, but as always, you would be nervous, considering there's still a long way to go. 85 minutes in the title decider. The score is still 0-0. As it stands, Hearts would win the title. Yeah, really nervous, and luckily Celtic, for them, they're able to clear it. I think Hearts should have put a bit more pressure on in that scenario, but they didn't. 5 minutes gone, and a goal kick from Swallow has gone straight to Celtic keeper Sinsalo. Ball played to Johnston now. Trusty with it. Trusty to Johnson, and back to Trusty at the halfway line of the pitch. And now we switch sides to the far away wing. And Celtic still have possession of the ball here. They nearly lost it for a moment. They nearly lost it to Devlin for Hart, but he couldn't hold on to it. Trusty back with it. He's had most of the touches this afternoon for Celtic, but we have only just gone underway, and that can all change. Ball played to Scales, who now has it, trying to move forward on it. Finds Tierney. Question is, where can he go? But he moves back to Scales. Scales moves it to Trusty. Trusty down the wing to Johnston. And Hearts regain possession it, but a missed kick from Milne. It goes out for a Celtic throw-in, and that's not a mistake you want to make early. There was clearly a line to go. Maybe he was aiming to get the deflection off the Celtic player, but couldn't in the end, and that'll be a bit disappointing. Ball now with Tierney to Knetti now on the wing, and they could play a ball in here. Ball played in, it's headed away, will be a second Celtic corner. Steinwender with the kick with the header, that goes out of play, and a goal to bring you quickly. It's another goal for Rangers. They are 2-0 up on Falkirk. Great result for them, and we will let you know more about that goal when we get more information on that. It is a corner for Celtic. Will be Engels who takes it. He probably will play it short to Neki. Find out what happens. 7 minutes into this, Celtic have looked the better side. And cross comes in for the corner, and it's missed everyone, and it goes out for a goal kick. It didn't touch a single player. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's put too much pressure on it. I think he's aimed to go to the back post, but too much pressure. Well, we were talking about that Rangers-Falkirk game, saying it was 2-0 to Rangers, and we will talk about that goal in a second. We've not heard anything about the Rangers' first goal, but we have heard that Falkirk has got one right back. It's 2-1 there, and still scoreless in the UEFA Conference League playoff position match of Hibernian Motherwell. That game is 0-0. Of course, we will let you know everything as it happens. So 8 minutes gone. Hearts now have a throw-in, and we can now tell you more about those goals from Falkirk and the Rangers. We know that Youssef Chamiti scored the second goal, so he's two goals for him today, and it's an own goal for Falkirk. For Rangers with the own goal, Jack Butland making it 2-1 now to Falkirk. Jack Butland will not want to do that at all. 8 minutes gone, and now Hearts have a throw-in, which they attempt to get into the box. They do get into the box. Hearts regain possession on the wing here. A lot of pressure being put on by Celtic. Got around it. The cross, though, is going miles over and miles wide, and it's gone out, and it will be a goal kick. Yeah, disappointing with the cross there. Could have got it. I think he's aiming to get a through cross towards the back post, but it goes out over the goal and nearly into the stands, so not what you want to see there for Hearts. Well, maybe some pressure being put on here by the left wing, and that pressure is conceded by Celtic, and it's going to be another Hearts throw-in from roughly the exact same position the other one was in. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, because Hearts are going with these long throw-in. We saw the first long throw-in, missed everyone, but it still looks threatening. Milne with the throw-in. It's gone to the close post, the front post, and still fine for the headers, and maybe Hearts could get something here. A ball played now to Milne on the wing. Milne's got some pressure. He goes down after a tackle by Nygren, and it will be given as a Hearts free kick. Yeah, and he's protesting this one. It does feel like Milne goes down a bit too easily. Yes, he still goes down, and yes, it probably should be a free kick, but he goes down too easily in Nygren's eyes. And yes, it's still a foul, but it's still a bit too easy, and maybe just put some shade on what we might see later. Set piece stats for Hearts. They just look very good in them. They look very good in these set pieces. Milne with the fake. Ball played into the back post, and that was really close to getting a head on. Really close. It will be a Hearts corner. Yeah, it was going right towards the back post, and luckily, I don't know who it was, I think it may be Shankland who tries to get his head onto it, just goes on the Celtics player head beforehand. Corner played in, and this time it's in the hands of Sinsalo quite easily. He's getting a bit of a contact from the Hearts players, and he's putting some hand signals up to the referee saying, "Are you not seeing this?" Looks like there was some obvious shoves, but we play on here. It's a throw-in for Celtic, and thrown back to goalkeeper Sinsalo. Maybe pressure can be put on here by Shankland on Scales, but Scales passes back. We're 12 minutes gone here in the Scottish Premiership. As it stands, it will be Hearts lifting the title at the end of the day, and it would be something to lift the title at Celtic Park as well. Celtic Park only giving them, I think it was 800, maybe even the high 500 away ticket allocation for this match. Just shows you how much they want Celtic to win, and you would as well if you were hosting the game. You want to make the most of the home advantage. This stadium, we've got to say, I think is sold out. Well, it is probably, could be one of the most amazing Scottish Premiership football matches we've seen. Who knows though, we're only 12 minutes into it. Some close chances for both sides, but the score is still scoreless. Celtic with the ball, back to Trusty, who's had the most touches this match for Celtic. A through ball, maybe played into the box. We play on, 2 players down in the box, as a referee is going to whistle for a second. I think he's just going to stop play because of potential injury, maybe a head collision, I'm not sure. No, I think it's potential injury stop is for. I don't think it's a free kick or penalty. I don't think it's a free kick. I think he gets the ball. Well, we'll find out on that decision. We're talking about Olsen Trusty, best player so far in my opinion in this match. 21 touches, only 27 years of age, from the United States. Maybe a Hearts substitution here early on as a result of that challenge. Yeah, you don't want to see something like that early on, but sometimes it happens. We'll see. This is Engels going for the ball, and that's Steinweider. Steinweider, when he takes the ball off, we'll say, then goes down after the challenge. So if that's of any concern, that's not a good sign. You're watching the Scottish Premiership title decider here on FT Sport. We have live updates from the other games on the final day of the Premiership on around the grounds. Falkirk goal and back just a few minutes ago after Rangers scored 2 quick goals. It is 2-1 there, and the Europa Conference League decider game is still scoreless. Well, Steinweider is going to come off the field here. I don't think he will be replaced. We'll find out more about that in a few moments' time. Swallow will take a kick inside the box, a free kick towards the left of the field. Hearts get possession here. They could do something. There's a whole side of the field no one's on. If Hearts can play that, they can really take full advantage of that. Well, they have possession now. Ball potentially played to Banjarine. Can't get there. Now cleared and heading towards the box. Player goes down. That is Kabore who went down, and it will be a Celtic free kick. because the referee deems Kabore to have taken Scales down with him. Now a through ball played for Celtic. Can he stop it before it goes out? No, he can't, and it is a bit of a rough landing for Nygren, who attempted to get the ball as he got a bit of a push from Kingsley, sorry. Yeah, interesting one to see that one. No foul given. It looks a definite push, but referee's allowing it. 16 minutes gone. Celtic Hearts, it looked not that evenly matched in the opening stages, however, it looks a bit more closer now. They look to be going the way of Celtic. And, well, the title charge is still on for Celtic, but Hearts will lift the title as it stands. 17 minutes gone. We're nearly halfway through the first half. Hearts with possession around the halfway line. Ball played to Findlay. Findlay tries to play a full ball over the top to Kabore. Player down for Celtic, and it will be a offside flag. Altina, yeah, trying to chase the ball down into offside position. Ball with Sinsalo's feet now. We can have a look at the stats of this game so far. Possession 60% for Celtic, 40% Hearts. More expected goals for Celtic, 0.17 expected goals, and they've had the only shot in this match. Wasn't on target, but both sides have had one touch in the opposition box. Interesting stuff, and we will see how that changes throughout the afternoon. Ball now in midfield with Hearts, and maybe Shanklin tries to get on the end of it, but he can't reach it. Celtic regain possession. Yeah, Shanklin trying to get himself involved here, and Hearts, as soon as they get the ball back, it's offside. Yeah, it must be a close one there. Shanklin in an offside position, and that is tough for Shanklin. Could be in one of those two up front. There'll be more focus on the Celtic defenders, on those two players of Shanklin and Kabore. So I'll find out what happens at the halfway line now. 19 minutes gone in this final day title decider. Also coming up on FT Sport next Sunday from 3 o'clock with kickoff from all 10 games at 4. We've got live coverage of Premier League final day. The title could be decided with Arsenal and Man City fighting that one. As now a chance for Celtic, ball played into the box, and great tackle, a great challenge by Kingsley. And Hearts will have possession. So yeah, a lot of stuff could happen on the Premier League final day. Arsenal, Manchester City fighting out for the title. We've also got the relegation face-off, West Ham, Tottenham. Who's going to go down in that? We will find out, and that is live from 3 PM next Sunday on FT Sports. Through ball played here, and this is a big chance for Kabore, who gets a shot off, tries to square it into Shankland. It's cleared by Celtic. Still have the ball here, and Hearts regain possession at the halfway line. That was a good chance. I think what Kabore needs to do is go for a shot, not pass it to Shankland. Yes, it seems the better option, but I think Kabore's got to have a shot there. Because as it stands, even though Hearts have looked threatening, they've not had a single shot, and Celtic will know that. Milne will take a throw-in. He's taken a few long throw-ins in this one. None of them have worked out, but some of them have looked threatening. They really go towards the near post. This one doesn't go towards the near post. They throw it and take a corner instead. take a cross, sorry, instead, and the header is over the bar by quite a bit. It doesn't threaten the keeper at all. That's what you need to do with headers. Even if it's towards the ground, if it's on target, it threatens the keeper. That's what you need to do early on in this match. Coming up to the halfway stages of this opening half of this title decider in the Scottish Premiership. The question is though, what will happen? Chance for Hearts. The shot goes wide. Will be a Celtic goal kick, and the thing is with Sinsala, he's taken these goal kicks very quickly today. Very quickly indeed, so keep an eye on that as the afternoon continues on. Ball now with Trusty. We updated you on his touches earlier, he's now 33. He has the most touches in this match. Yeah, most touches out of any player, to show you how hard he's working. Ball with McGregor, who will take the first goal in this one. Who will go home with the title? You never know. Shankland with it. Plays it to Nygren. And they play it back here. Altina. Back to Swallow. It's going to be really interesting to see who takes the next pivotal moment in this one. I feel Hearts, because they've had the most possession in around about the last 5 minutes or so. Got to think from the possession something's going to happen. Even though the stats don't show it, I reckon they've had the most biggest chances because they had that ball inside the box. In fact, in the last few moments, the total shots are now the way of Hearts' favour. It's 2-1 in total shots. Celtic will have a throw-in. They can take this a long way, but I don't think they are going to take a long throw-in here. No, they are. I'm about to say, because there was a lot of short options, and stepping back. Is he going to do a run-up and then a long one? Yes, he is. This is in the mixer, and oh, big collision there, and that is a Hearts free kick. And that was a very I think that's a Fina. Yeah, that's a Fina who goes down. Gets a bit of a knock in the head. Johnston having a word with the referee. So is Shankland for Hearts. I think he's trying to say that should at least be a booking. I've not seen a booking being given out. Touches in this match, most of them have gone to Austin Trusty, as we said, 36. That is more than double the second most touches by any player in this match. So he's got his work in, and he's on the ground here is Altina. Altina's stats in this match, 9 touches, mainly along the left wing. Yeah, this is not good for Hearts fans. But he's back up. I think, is there a bit of a bleed in his mouth? I mean, the contact didn't look very nice when we saw it first scan. I think you could tell from the reaction that we gave you, but he's got a bit of water. I think he's going to continue, yes, but yeah, he will continue. But that was a heart-in-mouth moment for Hearts fans. They didn't want to lose a player like Altina early, especially in a big game like this. You want everything to go your way if you support one of these sides. Celtic with possession, a bit of pressure being put on by Hearts here, and goes down there, does Tunetki. And Kizridis with the challenge. There will be a Celtic free kick which they take quickly. Play to Trusty. 20 or just under that minutes to go in this first half. We are yet to have a goal, but as it stands, Hearts will be the champions. Celtic through ball play, can't find Maeda, sorry. Yeah, it was a lovely through ball played by Nygren. Gets it lovely here off the bounce. He's not offside at all. Is Maeda, he leaves it, or does he just look? He looks. He's like a 360 there. You don't want to do that. If he thought I was offside, he will be regretting it when he sees the replay. That was a big chance for Celtic to go a goal on, although we do not get it yet. Free kick for Celtic, taken in their own half. Passed back to Sinsalo, played out to Trusty. Another touch for him. Yeah, and that's because he's Sinsalo go-to. He's going to take a throw in here for Celtic after Hearts get the ball momentarily and kick it out. This is going to be an interesting end to the Scottish Premiership season. Celtic have not won in any of their meetings against Hearts this season. We've got a goal to update to bring you from another game, and it's the 4th of the afternoon at Falkirk Rangers. Rangers are now 3-1 up on Falkirk there. Like we said, we keep you up to date on every single game this afternoon in the Scottish Premiership on the final day of the season. Hibernian and Motherwell, the European decider, still scoreless. Celtic maybe with a chance on the wing here, but it is cleared away, and Milne clears it to the halfway line, and Sinsala with it. It's really been an interesting opening to this match. You just don't know who's going to win. Both sides having big opportunities, but both sides not taking them, which means the score is still 0-0. Celtic Park awaits the first goal. Scales with the ball. Scales was looking to try and get a ball maybe into the box there, but no one's ready for it because they think he's not going to get the ball in. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Will be a Celtic throw-in. And Celtic manager Martin O'Neill, the third of Celtics this season. Former Celtic manager as well before it, in 2000 and 2005. Getting quite vocal on the sidelines as the throw's been taken. Sinsalo passes it to Scales. Moving with a bit of tempo here, and the ball from Scales will reach Kieran Tierney. Tierney with the ball. Played maybe inside the box. A mistake from Hearts because they've let it go back to Celtic. And Celtic still have possession here. Now it's to Netty. Play to Nygren now. This is Trusty. Yeah, and now they're going to move a bit further back. They are looking threatening, Celtic, right now. But we've seen with Hearts, and now maybe a counter-attack. Kabore with the ball. Pressure being put on by Celtic. And to avoid the pressure, they slow the tempo down just a bit. Hearts as they give it back to Milne. Milne has it to now Altina. Finlay. Ball played down the left wing and goes out for a throw. Yeah, unfortunate there not to get something off. Well, we'll see what happens here. Celtic get the ball from the throw-in. I can tell you more about that Rangers goal now. It's been scored in the 27th minute by Deidre Gassama. That goal makes it 3-1 Rangers. Still scoreless in the 2 other games on the final day of the Scottish Premiership. Celtic going to take a throw in here, but they're taking quite a bit. Johnston has the ball in his hands, but finally the throwing comes through. And if they're talking about change in throwing rules for next season, well, that'll be an interesting one to watch. This is a big chance for Celtic. It's played wide here. There might be a chance. This is to Netty from a long way out. It's on target, and it's in Schwallow's hands quite easily. Yeah, first Sean Tiger, I believe, in this match. And has to be saved. And the first free goes to Celtic. If Celtic get a win here, they're the champions. That is how easily the title can change hands. You are watching the Scottish Premiership final day here on FT Sport. What will happen in these final moments? That is the question. Well, Hearts have possession in their own half. And back to Schwallow. Pressure being put on by Maeda, but Maeda's not able to get there in time. If you're looking at player of the match so far, I think you've got to give it to Steinweider. He's done well at the back line for Celtic when for Hearts, sorry, when he's had to. Yeah, some good plays that have forced Celtic corners. Celtic have the ball with Scales now. Played to Trusty on the right wing. To McGregor. McGregor was looking at Maeda, but Maeda's offside, so he's got to be aware of that. And they look like they wanted to go a bit more century there, Celtic, but they do not. This is now played across the halfway line. And a ball played over the top here. This is a big chance for Celtic. Maeda with the ball. And Celtic trying to get the ball back, and a foul by Celtic, and it is a booking for Johnston. Yeah, they were scrambling here. I think Maeda or even Johnston needs to get a shot off here, but just doesn't. And then, because of the scrambling, foul leads to a booking. Alistair Johnston from Canada, number 2 for Celtic. It's his second yellow card of the season for him. I mean, you get a lot of players in this league with different nationalities, which is very lovely to see. We've got our first goal in the European face-off for that European qualification position, and it goes to Motherwell, who lead 1-0. That is exactly what Motherwell would love, and that is exactly what they've got. First goal in that one. We'll go to that game in just a second, as a chance for Celtic and some pressure being put on, which forces the ball to go back to Schwallow. And now in the table as it stands, Motherwell are 4 points clear of Hibernian, which takes a bit of pressure off. It's the same clinching scenario as Hearts today. If they win, they have that European qualification spot. If they lose, they don't, but if they draw, they do. So we will keep an eye on that game as well as all the other games this afternoon. That means that all games in the Scottish Premiership final, they have a goal, except from this one. The most important one. chance for Hearts here to get the first goal of it. Benjamin, outside the box, played to the left wing. A shot from a long way out has gone over by a long way. Altina. Yeah, lovely curling shot. He's aiming for that top right corner, but too high, too much power, and ultimately off target and not threatening the keeper at all. And ultimately not threatening the scoreboard either. 0-0. 36 minutes gone. You are watching FT Sports coverage of the Scottish Premiership final day title decider on FT Sport with live updates from Falkirk and Rangers and Hibernian versus Motherwell at the exact same time. Ball with Celtic now in the centre circle. Played onto the right wing for Celtic, and a position and a ball gain for Hearts. Played it centrally to Shankland, and this could be good. This is Kabore. Kabore with the shot is blocked, and Kabore maybe with a rebound, but it's gone out, and it will be a corner. It won't be a corner, sorry, it'll be a goal kick. Yeah, ultimately it ricochets off Kabore in the end, just. It's very close there. Maybe a chance for Celtic here. End-to-end action, and it results in a Celtic corner. Yellow card has been handed out here, maybe two. Dazen and Steinweider. Well, Michael Steinweider, fourth yellow card for him this season. I don't think there was two yellow cards sent out. We will keep an eye on that for you. Corner for Celtic. And they've had quite a few of these in this first half. And with 7 minutes to go, they will want a goal. Ball played into the box, headed away from Hearts. Celtic get a goal, they lead the table, and that gives them a lot of confidence, but without the confidence, there's not a goal coming at the moment. I'm just worried for Hearts. If there's a goal that goes against them, will they panic and will it all be over, or will they be resilient? We'll find out when that, if that goal goes in. We believe it's just a one booking in that play. Steinweider, the one who's definitely got it. Shows he's getting stuck in at the back. He's done well in this opening half. He has the most defensive contributions in this game, 10 of them to be exact. So he's done well on that front. Austin, trustee, sells the most touches. He's now on 53. So we're still scoreless here. Steinweider being helped up after a foul by Schwallow. And Schwallow will take the free kick. I mean, in this first half's anything to go by. It's going to be tense, second half. For the rest of the game, it's going to be tense. I know we've not got any goals, but this game deserves them. On the final day, the Scottish Premiership. Doesn't get much closer than this, 1 point. Hearts regain possession in Celtic's half, primarily based right down that right wing. And they can't get the ball there to Celtic officially. It will be a Hearts throw-in. Maybe even a long throw-in here potentially. should be. It will be. And this is going to go into the box here. Cleared from Celtic. Can they stop it before it goes to a corner? No, they can't. It's going to be a Hearts corner. Yeah, the header from Scales is... I think he wanted a bit less power on it. They could chase it down a bit more easily, but he just rolls out, and now from a throw in, they're faced with a corner. And Hearts did nothing to get this corner. All they did was throw it in, and well, they'll take this gift all day. Not long to go in this first half. Corner will come in. Played it out wide to Kuzrudillis. Can they play it in? No, they can't. It's got a Celtic deflection off Tonecki, so it will be a corner kick. And every corner kick is more pressure being piled on that Celtic back line. And with pressure comes mistakes, maybe. You never know. Corner played in here, it's in! Shankland with the goal! Hearts lead 1-0. And the title is in their grasp. Just like that. That is exactly what they needed. The away allocation, the small away end, is roaring. The managerial bench is applauding. They know the job's not over, but they've got the first step. They've reached. This is incredible. 3 points they gained from this match. It would put them 4 ahead, and they would be champions. Shankland, what a header! Gets a lovely run into the box, does Shankland, and there's no stopping it. Very powerful. The keeper was nowhere near. He's defending another group of players. You can't blame him, because he just doesn't see Shankland coming in. Just shows how much of a threat he can be. Shankland this season, 15 goals, 3 assists, will make that 16. With 3 minutes to go in this first half, Hearts have taken the first goal in this contest, and they currently have one hand on the title. Celtic now, they'll want one back, the fans will want one back, but Hearts are able to clear it. This is going Hearts' way, as it stands. Wow, and a goal like that just put this game into life. For Celtic, they're panicking now. There's a player slipping. I believe that's Trusty who slipped, and now Hearts are going to have another chance. We've got an update from Falkirk Rangers now, and maybe the Falkirk comeback is on. It is 2-3 there. So we'll keep you updated on that. Those games are going to go to half-time very shortly. It was Calvin Miller who scored that goal with a penalty. Our focus though, in these last few moments of this first half, are here at Celtic Park, where Hearts have taken the goal advantage. Yeah, and a goal advantage like that is exactly what they need. We'll find out how much added time we've got. We've got 3 minutes of it. Celtic have possession on their back line. Look, if you get a goal here, it really does put the pressure on. Well, we'll find out. Hearts now regain possession. Even if they put a goal on, there's still pressure. Celtic now have the ball at the halfway line, a bit scrappy in possession now from both sides. And that's what a goal in a match like this puts it in. It will become scrappy for the next few minutes. They'll be panicking. One side will be excited. They're not that far away. They're 45 minutes from a title. Ball coming in for Celtic. They're calling for a corner. They're calling for a penalty. It's a handball. Celtic penalty. And Celtic Park are roaring. Wow. Hearts are furious. It's Kaisadilis. He goes down to block it. Does he get his hand to it? Yeah, he does. It's bang on his hand. And the ball goes out for a corner, but ultimately he stops the ball coming in, so that's why it's a penalty. Wow. Just when you thought Hearts were safe for a bit. We don't know if they're going to score the penalty yet, Celtic. There's a lot of nerves riding on this. Shankland protesting, and we've got VAR now. VAR are checking the penalty. I'm not sure. Yeah, the penalty's been given. Penalty has been given to Celtic. The fans are jumping up and down. They get a goal in a situation like this. And stepping up to take the penalty. Wow. Celtic, they want a goal. They need a goal. And they would love it before half time. There'll be a few more minutes to play. And you'll never know. It's going to be Engels to take the penalty kick. The score is 1-0 Hearts. Will it change? Yes, it will. 1-1. And the title race is still on. And Celtic Park roars into life. But the job is not done yet. An equaliser on the stroke of half time for an Engels penalty. And we are all level again. Yeah, Swallow goes the right way here. But just doesn't get there in the nick of time. He's so close. What a save that would have been. But what a goal this will mean to the Celtic fans. And you can tell it as well. They are all out of their chairs. They were all in that corner celebrating with Engels. They still realise there's still another 45 minutes to play after this. Half time, Falkirk versus Rangers, score 2-3. This is incredible scenes we're seeing here. Player goes down. This is insanity at its finest, you've got to say. Well, the insanity comes to an end for 15 minutes. That's all you get to take a rest. It is half time. Celtic won with a penalty from Engels, but it was Shankland who struck first in this title decider for Hearts. We go to a break. Hearts still have one hand. They'd love to make that two on the trophy. After the break, we will recap that first half, and we will bring you the second half coverage following that. You are watching the Scottish Premiership title decider on FT Sport. It's 1-1. Well, welcome back everyone to a nervy atmosphere here at half-time, where it's Celtics 1, Hearts 1. The game all tied. Shankland scored to make it 1-0 in the 43rd minute, and we can talk about this again. It's a lovely goal that just goes towards the back post from the corner. Doesn't get a touch on anyone before Shankland runs in out of nowhere with a great run up and a lovely power on the header. There's no one in that side of the net. No one expected that. Shankland himself didn't even expect it from that celebration. There are fans watching in Edinburgh as well, the home of Hearts, so because of the short and not very big away location that Hearts have got, there's a big watch-along going on there. Currently right now, they've got the title in their hands, but they thought they were going into the break with a goal advantage, but unfortunately they conceded a penalty. Celtic getting a penalty after a ball was going to come into the box there, but sadly Steinwender got his hand on it, stopping it from going in the box. We can have another look at it here. It's just really unfortunate, really. The hand's left out. I don't think he means to go for the handball here. This is, we're talking about Kuzridis. He doesn't mean to go for the ball, but it hits his hand and ultimately ends up being a handball. And that penalty taken by Engels, yes, it's a great penalty. There's power, there's conviction. It goes towards the right hand side, bottom right corner. Goalkeeper Swallow, I'm not saying he needs to do better there, but he was so close yet so far from it wasn't that far away, we'll say, from giving that goal, from stopping that goal from going into the back of the net. It was really unlucky for him not to get any, not even a touch on it. You could probably feel the breeze as it passed as he passed him, but really unfortunate there. But the score is still 1-1, and the table goes in the way of Hearts. They are on 81 points. Celtic would be on 80 as it stands. We can bring you updates from around the ground from the two other games on going right now. These are the two other games. Falkirk went 2-0 down to Hearts. To Hearts. They went 2-0 down to Rangers. However, they've got two back. That scoreline is 3-2. The question is, can they turn it around? Scoreline there, 3-2 Rangers at half-time. And Motherwell Hibernian, that is 1-0 Motherwell. And they are holding on to their European qualification spot as it stands. The second half here on FT Sport comes next, where it is 1-1 in a very tense atmosphere here at Celtic Park. Welcome back to FT Sports coverage of the title decider here, where Celtic and Hearts are deadlocked to half-time, where Celtic got a late penalty in the first half to equalise after a Hearts Shankland header. I'll tell you what's coming up quickly on FT Sport. We've got Premier League action live next Sunday with the final day. We'll have updates from every single one of the 10 games going on, whether that's in the title race between Man City and Arsenal, or the relegation race between West Ham and Tottenham, or just anything in between. We'll have all game updates next Sunday, where kickoffs are from 4 PM and our coverage gets underway from 3. And tomorrow, available on FT Sport Plus, the review for the FA Cup final, where we will also bring you lineup information for that. Manchester City, Chelsea coming out in just a few moments time. That will be an interesting one, to say the least. But at half time here, it is Celtic 1, Hearts 1. When we come back, we've got second half live commentary of the title decider. Do not miss a single second. Welcome back to Celtic Park for the most important 45 minutes in potentially all of these players' careers. It is the final, it's the second half from Celtic Park, where we are deadlocked at 1-1. As it stands, Hearts are winning the title. Celtic need a goal. Hearts just need a draw. 1 point separates the two sides. It couldn't be closer. We've got substitutions for Celtic. We'll say about them in a moment. But we are ready to go. Second half action. We start off with a Celtic kickoff in the centre circle. And like we said, we'll bring you news from other sporting events in a moment, but first our focus is on this one. We are underway for the second half. 1-1 the scoreline as the sides switch around. The question is though, what's going to happen in this second chapter of this tale? Score is 1-1, and we have news from the two other games today in the Scottish Premiership. Both games are now into the second half, but Rangers have scored. They now lead 4-2 over Falkirk, and that European title decider, not the title decider, the European place decider, Motherwell still lead Hibernian 1-0. Question is though, what's going to happen in terms of this one? We're going to get a Hearts substitution now. And our substitution at half time was Canetti coming off and being replaced by Clechy and Trinado. And we've got a Hearts substitution, and we will give you more details of that in just a second. Celtic with possession, playing a 4-2-3-1 formation coming into this match. Question is though, will it pay off? The fans, as soon as they got that first goal, that penalty goal, they knew this is a magical afternoon. Let's get one more. Ball the halfway line now with Scales. Scales down the line. Played out to the right wing. Moving more centrally now, Celtic, as they have to retreat back to Austin Trusty, who has the most touches in this match with 58 of them. It's looked well for Celtic. And that's because we said earlier, he's Sinsala's go-to player. He's kind of Celtic's comfort player for them. Trusty with the ball. I guess the ball given right back to him most of the time. And maybe a chance for Celtic here. Trying to develop something down the wing here. Player down for Hearts. When we stop play, is it a head? Yeah, they're bringing on the medical staff. We'll see what happened here. Oh no. Oh, that is horrendous. You don't want to feel that. It's his hamstring that goes for banning me. Oh, that is disastrous. You do not want a day like that to end like that. What a shame. Well, we will get a substitution, clearly. We can tell you about the substitution that was made by Hearts In the 47th minute, Frankie Kent is now replacing Jordi Altina. There will be someone to replace Banjari here. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. Yes, it's the end of the season, but you never want to see a player get injured like that off the ball. He wants to limp himself off, and that is what he will do. Head in his hands. Yeah, you've got to feel for him. This should be a special day for him as a Hearts player, because if Hearts won the title, this should be a very special day, but instead it'll be marked as the day he got injured. So he is coming off, Banningy, to be replaced by Blair Spittle, Scottish player. You want to do something here. You really have to feel for him. Well, the substitution's made, and off comes Spittle. 40 minutes to go plus additional time. Who's going to make the most out of it? Celtic resume with a drop ball. They pass it back out of respect, and we rebuild again with Trusty. Yeah, Trusty keeps trying to make a central attack work. It's just not sticking. Trusty with it. Plays it out wide. Yeah, question is, what is he going to do? Ball goes back to Trusty. Swerve's going for a long ball here. Well, he finds a long ball. This is a through ball that tries to get through. Potentially to the Celtic attacking play. I'm not sure. He doesn't look the best pass. Too much power on it. It's straight to Swallow. Maybe potential attack down the wing. As Maeda chased that down, couldn't get there. Going to be a throw-in for Celtic. So yeah, no. Interesting start this second half. That ends up being a pass through the edge of the box by nearly substituted Inchano. Ended up going through to the keeper. The keeper made it look really difficult. Everything will look difficult in this stage of the match. If it comes down to a title decider, there's nerves. There's nerves, clearly. You do not want to be the one that lets your team down with the last few minutes of the season. Hearts regain possession here in a good position. Player goes down, free kick and a booking. Yeah, Kabore regained possession there on the right wing. Tries to run it in, gets in there, and it's just a grab from Nygren. And obviously he has to be booked for that. And obviously he is booked for that. Yellow card, 4th this season for the Swedish player. Hearts did have a free kick in the first half, and it did look a bit convincing. Reached the back post, was not that far away from being a goal. Just was cleared by Celtic. What do they do with this one? This is going to come in from the side of the goal. It's gone in and it's got too much power and it's over the net. Yeah, I think he's tried to play it towards the back post, but no one's there. So it's looked more like a shot than a cross in. And it's got way too much power on it for it to be a cross. So maybe it was a shot. I'm not sure if it was a shot. It went across the front of the face of goal, and I don't think it was going to go in at all. It is a tough angle to get a shot off. Celtic will have a throw in here on the halfway line, and Hearts regain possession. They could do whatever they want for the next 35 minutes. They could even pass it around for the next 35 minutes. The keeper could sit on it for 35 minutes. They'd still be champions. Celtic know that they have to do something. Celtic have possession now in their own half. They want to get out of it. They want to press. Ball played here. What can Celtic do? Can they square it in? There's a good chance here, and that was not the best. Not the best decision. Player down, Hearts player down. We'll look at it again. Great running, maybe a square opportunity, but for some reason they go for a shot. Yang gets it in there. Yang's off the ball. The ball literally comes to a standstill. You could do anything with that ball, Johnston. Except not. Oh, and it's like a stomp to the head, I think, on Kingley. He's back up. And it will be a corner. But I think it's better to square it in. Maybe there was no one there, but it still puts pressure on. The shot there was never going to work. There's too many players in the line of goal. Corner for Celtic taken. This is played into the middle. It is headed away from Hearts. Played back in by Celtic. Now we're on the edge with Scales. Scales with pressure being put on by they're double teaming on him, the Hearts defender. That is Steinweider and Milne. And the ball goes out. It will be a Celtic corner kick. Celtic take the quite quickly. It's played in, headed. This is maybe a chance for Celtic, and volleyed away by Hearts. Yeah, a bit nervy there for the last minute and a half for Hearts. But again, it clears the first step to a win. 56 minutes gone. You can see on the bottom of your screen scores from around the grounds. Rangers winning 4-2. Motherwell winning 1-0. And they currently will be in the Europa Conference League qualification spot. Now, maybe a chance for Hearts. A through ball played here. And keeper puts himself in a bit of pressure. And Celtic are able to regain it. Yes, since Salo comes out, there's a player down for Hearts. We'll play on. It's going to go out for throw-in, and now we can get some assistance. I'm not sure who's gone down here. That is Kaiseridis who's gone down. The yellow card's been dished out. Yeah. Well, first we've got to talk about that attack just made by Celtic. Through ball for Hearts, sorry. Through ball played by Shankland, and Kabore got on it. Swallow came out after the heavy touch, and yeah, attack fizzled away just like that. Very brave from Swallow. Trusty being given a yellow card for a challenge on Kaiseridis. Kaiseridis still down and receiving medical treatment. 58 minutes gone. 32 minutes to decide the Scottish Championship. Yeah, there was a handball appeal inside the box, but it looks like it hits Kingsley's chest. So nothing to worry about for Hearts. Yeah, I would have said something, but they've not. And you can see why not. And as a result of receiving treatment, Kaiserius will have to go off for a few seconds before he's allowed back on to the pitch to resume his role in this match. Celtic get us back underway at the halfway line. Played towards the wing, moving back centrally to Trustee. Can he get a ball into the box here? It's going to be a corner. Corner couldn't be closer there. It's literally bounced off the corner flag. Will be Tierney who will take the corner for Celtic. Couldn't be close to this. Will there be another twist in the tail? Corner comes in for Celtic and it's in Swallow's hands. Yeah, Hearts have looked like the better side in this one in terms of average performance. Star performance for them like Kingsley, Steinweider, Milne, Shankland. You look at Celtic, they've got Engels, and that's really it. And that goal came from a penalty. Well, a chance for Hearts here was cleared by Celtic, so it will be a Hearts corner. We do have we have a goal update to bring you from Hibernian Motherwell, where Motherwell have got their second and they are well on their way to getting that Europa Conference League qualification spot. They're in it now by 4 points, so Hibernian need 3 goals now to reverse that game in the second half. We'll bring you updates from all the other games from around the ground as well. Ball played in from Hearts and missed everyone. It's going to be a Sinsalo goal kick. And like we said, he's taken this one quickly again. He's taken a lot of these goal kicks quickly. Well, he looked to make it quickly, but he stops because we've got some Celtic substitutions on. Yang comes off. I'll let you know more about that substitution in a moment. Celtic have the ball in their own half. Yeah, Yang just didn't see much from him today, in my opinion. Yes, he created a chance, but that's really it. From a winger like him, you expect to see a bit more. This could be a chance for Celtic. Yeah, missed chance there. Nygren thought there was one more player in the chain down that left wing. No one was there. "62 minutes gone. Score 1-1. Title going the way of Hearts." And I would say a goal update. Shall I say goal robbery update? That Motherwell goal against Hibernian has been waved off. We'll let you know more about that as soon as we get it. So that game is 1-0. Still a 4-point gap though, but it just means that not Celtic, Hibernian need 2 goals now to turn the table around minimum. This could be a chance for Celtic. Ball played in across the front of goal. No one is there in the box. Yeah, it's a good cross in and it's aiming to reach someone in the back post, but there was no one in the box at all. Maeda tried to get it in, but he just couldn't. And that Celtic substitution was Hung Jun Yang coming off to be replaced by James Forrest. Long throw in by Hearts here in their own half, and they've lost possession to Celtic, who tried to get something on it, and Maeda traces down Swallow, but Swallow kicks it away. At the halfway line now. like Shanklin was trying to make a gesture to the bench. We'll find out maybe about that in a second. Foul. This side, and it goes the way of Hearts. Free kick. Celtic don't have possession. And Celtic can do something with this. Question is what? Yes, since Salo comes out, we've seen him come out before. But no pressure being put on it this time. It's one of those situations. You have 11 players on the field, you've got to use all 11 of them. Trusty with it. Add him to the list of the standout players for Celtic this afternoon. But it's not done yet. There needs to be one more goal. They have an attempt on the wing, but the ball can't come in and Hearts clear it. Now Trusty on his head. Hearts regain possession. Around the halfway line. Lose it nearly. Celtic do have it now. And 2 minutes away from finding out the lineups for the FA Cup final, which we will be covering tomorrow on FT Sport Plus. We'll give you the lineups for them as soon as we get them. Yeah, big weekend of sport. Next weekend even bigger. Celtic corner. Play to Tierney. Tierney plays a cross into the box. Back post. Over. Maeda just. Yeah, it's a lovely cross by Tierney. Maeda gets a header on it. It's over, you would say, by quite a bit, but it's very threatening. Ryan O'Neill thinks it's a good chance. He has his head in his hands though. Really close. 1-1 the scoreline. And as Kabore goes down to receive treatment, there's going to be 3 substitutions here for Hearts. Kabore off, Kaisadilis off and Milne coming off, to be replaced by Braga, Forrest and Cheskanov. A triple substitution here. And that means all the substitutions for Hearts have been used up. 66 minutes on the clock, wow. Although I think the Benjamin one, I think they'll have one more because of that. We'll find out as the afternoon goes on. Well, as those substitutions take place, we can tell you what's coming up on FT Sport. Tomorrow we have a game review on the FA Cup final, which we'll be bringing you news on in just a bit. And next Sunday from 3 o'clock we've got coverage of the Premier League final day. Game kicks off at 4 with round the ground coverage of every single one of those 10 games, whether it's a fight for the title, fight for relegation or anything in between. Ball back in play here as Hearts now look threatening. Can they play a ball in here? They can, but it's cleared by Celtic. Going out for a throw in, and we've got an update to bring you from around the grounds from Hibernian and Motherwell, where Motherwell have just received a red card. It is 1-0. Elliot Watt has been sent off. That is big for Hibernian because they need to win to get into the UEFA Conference League playoff position spot. They can't draw, they can't lose, they have to win. We'll keep you up to date on all those games as we get them. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting end. Well, the first long throw-in is just met with a header out by Celtic. The second attempt comes in now. This time looks a bit more threatening. It is in the middle of the box. There's a lot of players though, so it's very congested in there. And even Maeda is back to clear it. Yeah, this looks good here. Some pressure being put on there couldn't get there. Celtic. 1-1 the scoreline. 20 minutes just over that to go. The nerve-wracking end to this season. Oh, mistake. Mistake from Braga as it goes out of play. Yeah, he got the ball given to him and a bad touch. Sees the ball go out. Well, like we said, it's the FA Cup final, which kicks off in an hour. Talk about that in a second. It's now a chance for Celtic. Playing down the wing. This is looking nice. Cleared away by Hearts with a block. Player goes down. Shankland now with it. Hearts could start a counter-attack. Ball played to the wing. Can he get there? No, he can't. Really is all to play for in this one. Well, the lineups are out for the FA Cup final. We can bring you them now. The Man City team news. Rodri starts and Cherky's been benched. The full team compromises of Dis, Trafford, Nunez, Gueye, Kusanov, O'Reilly, Silva, Rodri, Doku, Mamouche, Semenyo and Haaland. On the bench for Man City, Donnarumma, Diaz, Rangers, Stones, Ake, Kovacic, Cherky, Savino and Foden. And for Chelsea, their team looks like this: Sanchez, Gusto, Colwell, Fofana, Hato, James, Caicedo, Palmer, Fernandez, Cucurella and Joao Pedro. And their substitutions: Jorgensen, Tosin, Neto, Delap, Asugo, Santos, Chalobah, Anchembong and Garnacho. Those are the lineups, and you can watch our game review on that game tomorrow from the FA Cup final, Chelsea Man City. Big one there from Wembley. 1-1 the scoreline. Here though, as our attention turns to this one. Looks like a Celtic substitution getting ready. We'll see what happens with that. Shankland with the ball. Shankland in a sea of Celtic defenders, 3 of them to be exact. That's a foul. Celtic free kick. Yeah, looked like it all day. Shankland just puts a stray leg in the way. Catches the Celtic defender. Ball played down the wing and no one was there. I think it's another lack of communication between the Celtic players, especially once again on that far wing. Well, substitutions here for Celtic. Tierney's coming off. So Tierney and Trusty are coming off, replaced by Osmond and Sarachi. Those are the Celtic substitutions. And now, with just 17 minutes to go of normal time, there will be added time, I can tell you that, but anything can happen. Here's the Scottish Premiership. You never know. Ball played down the wing. Played enough. Well, goals by subs, most this season are Celtic with 16. Rangers have 13, Hibernian have 12, Hearts have 9. Keep an eye on that. There's a lot of subs have been made in this match. Now, here's a big chance for Celtic. It's a one-on-one. There might be more players coming into it. And there's a chance for Maeda, but Maeda can't get to it in time. Swallow clears, gets in his hand, sorry. Yeah, it's a lovely ball. It's a one-on-one. You think he can't go wrong there. And it's a lovely play from Ken to puts a foot out. Stops the ball. Gets the ball easily and it's back to the keeper. Chance for Hearts maybe, but it's in the hands of Sinsalo. And now Sinsalo plays out. This is Scales. And another long ball played. Yeah, these long balls for Celtic have been working, but the end product they've not been getting. Lovely play on the wing. They will get a throw in here, Celtic. Score tied at 1-1 as it stands in the table. Hearts are ahead by 1 point. What an entertaining finish. Celtic with a cross maybe into the box. And that will be a Hearts corner. Not Hearts corner, sorry, Celtic's corner. We do have an update to bring you from our Falkirk Rangers live score. There's been a goal there. It's Telo Asgard who scores the penalty. That game is 5-2 there. Got to think Falkirk aren't coming back from that. Corner played in by Celtic. Headed up. Ball in the air. Keeper gets through it before it goes out. Yeah, they're calling for a corner, but linesman says no. I think it's clear it's not corner. Cleared. This could be lovely. It looks nice. This is played to Maeda in the box. Shot. It's greatly blocked. Player goes down. Free kick Celtic. Yellow card. Wow. And Celtic put themselves in a really great position here. They can just get a goal. The title's theirs. Yeah, the shot. I think he needs a bit more power. I think he needs a bit more air. The first shot. Still 1-1. And we've got a magnitude of players now lining up around the ball. Just outside the box. And the man receiving the card is Devlin for Hearts. Yeah, he had to do something there. That's better than giving a shot off in a live play situation. Now you've got a free kick, you can brace. I'm not sure. Celtic fans watch with nerves. Their nerves at the end of that first half were taken off a bit with the penalty goal. Now the nerves have risen again with just 13 minutes on the clock in normal time. There will be added time due to subs and stoppages and injuries. We expect quite a bit of them. Question is though, what's the scoreline going to look like at the end of all that? Looks like Engels will take the free kick. He does. It's played in. Oh, it's gone wide. Goal kick. Yeah, I want to know what's gone wrong here. Doesn't get a single touch off the wall. It's just gone wide by miles. You can't do that. You can't do that in such a precious moment. Cammy Devlin. His yellow card is his 6th this season. Swallow will take the goal kick. And maybe a chance for Hearts at the other end. It's in the hands of Sinsalo. Yeah, that was really nerving. You do not want to do. You don't want to give a goal just after you've looked so desperate to get one. There's 12 minutes to go of the 90. Ball played in centrally. A chance. It's hit the post. Wow. You cannot believe it. Ball still in play. Celtic with it on the win. Cross played in. The header, the clearance by the Hearts. Celtic, they'll have possession still, and they will move back. You've got to think they've got to keep the pressure on after they've just hit the post. Ball on the wing. What do they do here then? It's more congested towards that right wing. They switch sides. Ball played into the box. Lovely play. Oh, what a save. Give yourself a pat on the back, Swallow. Corner played. Ball back in play. It's Celtic. And a missed kick. Will it be a corner? No, it will not. It'll be a goal kick. Wow. What a dramatic few moments of first. You've got this great shot from Inchano that just hits the post centimetres away from it being a goal. Martin O'Neill could not believe it. And then the play after that just continued on. Back pass, and a save had to be made by Swallow. Welcome to the drama-filled Scottish Premiership. And there's still 10 minutes to play plus additional time. If the scoreline stays as it is, Hearts are the champions. If Celtic win, they are the champions. Who knows what's going to happen? Many fans holding their breath for both sides, especially in those last 2 minutes. Ball is with Sinsalo. And this is the moment, this is the 9 minutes of the season that matter. Forget all the 37 games that got you to this point. This is the one that matters the most. Yes, Celtic were on a great run to get them here. 7 wins in 7, they're undefeated in those. Maybe a chance here. Celtic played in and almost put in by Osman. Wow. And you've got to say clearly, it's going Celtic's way in these last 5 minutes. I know it's not going anyone's way on the score sheet, but if anyone's going to score, it looks like it's going to be them. Well, it was offside. Osman was offside, but the linesman didn't put his flag up. There is VAR in the Scottish Premiership, so it would have been disallowed anyways. Or at least you would think so. You never know with the refereeing decisions on Wednesday night. You never know what's going to happen. 1-1 the scoreline. What happens next? Ball played for Celtic. Hearts have to clear it. They're not clearing it a lot well at the moment. They're just passing it around. You can't pass it around in your own box. Yeah, the thing is, Hearts, I know the game's 1-1. And yes, even though you would think if it's just a one game you'd love to win it, you don't have to win it, that's the thing. It's a draw. When you've got possession, you need to control the ball. You need to not lose it. And that's not what they're doing, they're playing it risky. I don't blame them, because they want to win. This is a Scottish football. This is Scottish football. Any team here will do their best to win. Well, maybe a chance for Hearts. Ruled out though by Celtic. And now Celtic have a chance of their own. This is looking good. Down the wing. Maeda looking open. Ball played across the box. And Inshanov, it will go out for a Hearts throw-in. Yeah, he's called the Celtic players down. He wants to put as much pressure on this Hearts throw-in as they can. Celtic, watch on. They want 5 titles in 5 seasons. Hearts want to break the streak of old firm teams winning the Premiership. They are just 6 minutes plus additional time away from it. Wow. Look at the fans, they've just got head in their hands, all of them. This is how nervy it gets. Well, this will be our last time mentioning it, but while we have the little break and composure, we'll be able to tell you FA Cup final build-up is on now. However, we don't have live coverage of it. We will, though, bring you our game review of it tomorrow on FT Sport Plus. Keep an eye out for that. Shankland now for Hearts, and the ball gets a last touch off of Scales, which means it will be a Hearts corner kick. If you're a Celtic player, this is where you don't want to be. It's only 5 minutes to go. You need one goal. And they'll take their time with this Hearts. The fans cannot believe it. 1 point separates these two teams. It still does. But Hearts have the advantage. Punched away. Chance for Hearts. Oh, it was all going. It was all going Hearts' way in that corner kick. Last touch came off Claudio Braga. Goal kick taken by Sinsalo for Celtic. Celtic want to put pressure on here. Hearts still have possession though. And now here come Hearts. I think if Hearts get a goal, this game's dead. You never know. It is the Scottish Premiership. Anything can happen. We saw it on Wednesday night. A late penalty for Celtic that got us here. A 1 point title decider. So controversial. But even the referees have to be given police police protection. There's a chance here for Celtic. It's played in. Maeda! Maeda! Oh, it's offside! The goal that would have given them the title. They'll check it. They will check it. Wow. Gets the ball that's squared in. Oh, he's offside, yeah. Maeda's offside in the build-up to it. So I can see why they've disallowed it. If you're looking at that beforehand, but the ball doesn't go to Maeda. Wow. The fans look on. For the last 10 minutes, all we've seen on the TV cameras is the fans with their head in their hands. You never know what they feel in that moment. I'm not sure what VAR are going to say here. Is it because of the build-up that he's offside, they're not going to allow it? Or is it because after that he is onside when the ball gets played to him? VAR gives the goal! 2-1! And with 2 minutes to go, the title's going to Celtic! Celtic Park is going crazy! Wow! Unbelievable! There's still 2 minutes and a half to play. Maeda is crying. It's not over yet, son. Yeah, VAR saying that's onside. That build up. Look, personally, I'm not sure about that. From what I've seen, But all that matters now on the scoreboard is Celtic have the goal advantage. And as a result, the table has changed. It was 81 points Hearts, 80 points for Celtic. It is now 82 points for Celtic and 80 points for Hearts. Celtic move up into first. Nygren's going to come off. The green flares are out. Are they out too early? We're going to get additional time confirmation in about 30 seconds. But the title race, we thought we're going Hearts. It's going Celtic. Wow. I mean, you just can't believe it, can you? This is the Scottish Premiership. Anything can happen, and it does. We're going to get additional time confirmation. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. 8 minutes. 8 minutes of additional time. Celtic have possession. I mean, if Celtic score here, it's got to be over. Hearts need a goal. We'll give you the clinching scenario once again. If it ends like this with a Celtic win, it's 2-1. If it ends like this, Celtic win the title. If it's a draw, Hearts get one back, Hearts win. Hearts need a goal. Celtic need the goal line, the score line to stay like this. The ball boy is now fighting over the ball with a Hearts player. The fans are fighting with him. Throwing played in. They're calling for handball. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Wow. And in fact, it's not a goal kick, it's a Hearts corner. Seven minutes of the 8 to go. Corner comes in, back post, the header is not on target, not got enough power, and it's gone wide, and it's going to be a Celtic goal kick. And I think for the first time all afternoon, the goal kick from Sinsalo will take a bit of time. Wow. It will take his time, yeah, indeed. We'll let you know the final scores of those games around the Scottish Premiership. We know one is finished. We'll let you know when the other major one finishes. But our coverage focuses here at Celtic Park. Hearts need a goal. Celtic need to hang on. Hearts have possession in the centre circle. You never know what will happen here. Maybe a chance for Celtic. A chance looked brewing. Hearts gain the ball back. Hearts now. Here's Shankland. Ball with Maeda. Yeah, Maeda's shown that when he wants to play defence, he can. And we've got a fight. Shankland getting involved here with Marcelo Shirachi. Yellow card for Shankland. Throw-in by Shankland will be taken. Shirachi also yellow card. Long throw-in for Hearts. This is big. Oh, it's cleared by Celtic. Do not scratch your eyes. Do not leave the stream. There is still 4 minutes to play. Who knows what's going to happen? Player goes down. Hearts free kick. Yeah, and it's McGregor there with the foul. Anything to delay the clock. Wow. It's been Hearts all season. Celtic and Rangers in the background. Rangers dropped out. Celtic and Hearts still in a fight. Chance for Hearts maybe. They have it on the edge of the box. Can they find a ball in? They're literally struggling. Their legs are tired. Cleared away. Maeda got a touch on it. Oh, and Shankland getting a bit angry here. He's already on a yellow. For here, confrontation with Savachi. There's another one here. I don't think he's going to get sent off for it. I don't think there is going to be a card. It's just a little shove. But he's got to be careful. Wow. 3 minutes to go. We said coming into this game, this could be the biggest, most extraordinary afternoon in Scottish football history. And right now, it might just be that. You can see Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is in the stand. He's clapping. Chance for Celtic. Your player down here. Yellow card given out. We'll find out who for a second. I think that is for Engels, who was the penalty goal scorer for Celtic. We'll find out. I'm not sure. There might be a pitch invasion. Who knows what's going to happen? It was Maeda who got the yellow card. Apologies. 6th of this season. Chance for Hearts on the wing. Cleared by Celtic. Some pressure being put on here. Swallow clears it. A minute and a half to go. Hearts need a goal. How late would this be? Celtic have possession. And they clear it, but not enough. Hearts, foul. Hearts free kick, another yellow card given out. This one goes to Callum McGregor. His 9th yellow card this season. Goalkeeper is coming up. Swallow. 50 seconds left. And there may be a bit more. You never know. This is do or die. Hearts outside the box. Blocked. Here comes Celtic. The goal. The goal's open. Celtic are going to score. Celtic have scored. 3-1. It's surely over. This is Celtic's title now. The fans are on the pitch. Hearts have lost it. Just like that. For most of this game they led. Now they're not. And now the title it was theirs is not anymore. The fans are all on the pitch. I'm not sure they're going to resume it. Unbelievable. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Maybe get them off the pitch. I'm not sure. I don't know. They're everywhere. This is insanity. This is Scottish football. As it stands, Celtic, and they should be, Celtic are the champions. I'm not sure how they're going to resume it. Got to watch out for the Hearts players here. There's going to be security. Managers being taken away by police just for safety. Everyone is everywhere at once. I think the players are going in the tunnel. Yeah, I think the players are going in the tunnel. They are. All of the players are going in the tunnel. There's a few that are straying out to take photos. But this is insanity. I've never seen a game end like this. I think it's full time. I'm not sure whether they want to resume it or not. Well, the players are either off the pitch in the bench area, dugout area, or they're in the tunnel. As soon as we get confirmation of the final whistle, we'll bring that to you. The fans are celebrating. It should be over. Yeah, it's because we've had all the fans come on the pitch that we've had to pause the game, bring the players off. There's not that much to play, maybe a minute a max. And the final whistle have gone. They've ended it there. Celtic are the Scottish Premiership champions. And what an ending. Unbelievable. Absolute bedlam. And Celtic at the death in the 88th minute got the first goal to make it 2-1, and then in the 98th the goal, the open net by Callum Osmond, won them the game. They can celebrate. I think that is the most incredible end to a game of football I've seen in my life. Celtic have won the Scottish Premiership in the 2025-2026 season, winning at home their first win over Hearts all season long. In all their previous meetings they've not won, well they have now. Unbelievable. You would never think it'd come down to that, and it did. Unbelievable. I cannot believe what we've witnessed. There is a lot to talk about. This is insanity. Well, congratulations to Celtic, who are the Scottish Premiership champions. When we come back from this short break, we will have all the post-game reaction, because that deserves a full debrief. That was incredible. We will see you after this very short break. Celtic, though, are the champions. welcome back to scenes of absolute celebration. Celtic are the champions. Well, we couldn't have had a better ending. It was a great finish to the game. We'll take you through the timeline of this match. First half, Lawrence Shankland with a header to the back post for Hearts to take the lead 1-0, and all the nerves went off then until a few moments later Arne Engels had to score a penalty for Celtic, which he did, 1-1, after a handball inside the box for Hearts. So score at half time, 1-1. A nervy second half until the 87th minute when Deza Mieda came through to make it 2-1. And as it stood at that moment, for the first time all afternoon, Celtic were winning. And then an open net for Callum Osmond after the keeper came up for Hearts in the last ditch free kick. Callum Osmond, what a moment for the young man, puts it in the back of the net, 3-1. And that's how it finished. The fans came on the pitch after that to relish all of the post-match scenes, and the final whistle didn't even go. They just got the players off until the referee said, look, we're not going to resume it. So we wait for the trophy presentation, which is going to be a great one to see. In fact, we can take you quickly through all of the games from around the ground. Of course, 2 other games going on the final day. Falkirk Rangers, goal from Rangers inside of the first, 2 goals from the first 3 goals, I should say, in the whole match from the first 8 minutes. Chermiti scoring in the second and 6th to make it 2-0 Rangers. Butland with an own goal in the 7th. And then from there, Gazmaha with a 27-minute goal, 3-2. Miller with a penalty, and Asgard with a penalty as well. And Chermiti also scoring in the midst of all that. That finished 5-2 Rangers against Falkirk. And the match that mattered for the UEFA Conference League playoff position spot finishes the way of Motherwell. They won, which is exactly what they needed to do, and a bit more, in fact, to hold on to that position. 4 points the gap. They did what Hearts didn't do today, just for 4th place in the table, which is enough to get them the qualification position. Thadinger with the goal in the 35th minute in that one. So the table finally looks like this. Celtic, we'll read it out for you because we don't have it, because obviously very quick turnaround here. 38 games played for all of these teams. Celtic 82 points in first. Hearts second, 80 points. Rangers third, 72 points. Motherwell 61 points. Hibernian fifth, 57 points. And Falkirk 49 points in 6th. That rounds off a great Scottish Premiership season, I think we've all got to say, but it's all really just been defined by this incredible ending here. Like I said, I have never seen a game end like that. Fans storming the pitch. A title decided in the last minutes of a game, and I'm very certain we will see a lot more of that, hopefully very soon, because next Sunday we have live coverage of the Premier League final day. We'll have coverage from one game with live updates from all the other. We still don't know which game it's going to be, but that was insanity at its finest. We will let you know, should be midweek next week, what game we're going to cover. You'll see it on the YouTube channel. Make sure you get notifications for that, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for the channel for coverage of that. That is going to be good. That is going to be nice to watch. That is going to be next Sunday, 3 PM build up for 4 PM kickoffs around the league. So that wraps us all up then for the Scottish Premiership season. Also tomorrow, FT Sport Plus, Man City Chelsea FA Cup final getting put out there. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. The fans are loving it here, as we're moments away from the trophy being lifted. The scenes in the dressing room, jumping up and down, and we know that the ribbons on the trophy are not going to be maroon, they're going to be green and white. Well, you've got to say, they needed that. 5 in a row for Celtic. And even though it's been a turbulent season, with 3 managers, they've still won the title. I mean, you always have this expectation of being an old firm side, either Celtic or Rangers. There's an expectation you have to win. And when you don't win, you're already on the verge of being sacked. And that's what they've been doing. They've been reacting, I think, too heavily, Celtic, this season, sacking managers. But in the end, they've won it. Well, they will come out for the trophy presentation very shortly. Celtic, though, winning this game 3-1. Right, then we'll take a quick break, though. When we come back, we will bring a coverage of the trophy presentation. We'll see you after this very short break. welcome back to Celtic Park, where they are about to be presented with the trophy. Celtic are the Scottish Premiership champions. I'm losing my voice. This has been a great game. It was nervy, and they pulled through. At the exact same time, the walkouts for Chelsea and Manchester City are ongoing. The players coming out. Just a reminder, we will have that review for you on FT Sport Plus tomorrow. The trophy now covered in the green and white ribbons is coming out, and in just a few moments time it will be presented to that Celtic side. Yeah, it's been really tough for them this season. I mean, you mentioned 3 managers. I mean, that just says a lot from the back, doesn't it? Shows you the amount of resilience they've had to just achieve to get here. Wednesday night, this game wouldn't be 1 point, it would have been potentially Hearts night. This wouldn't have been a title decider. But well, there's a lot of things that we could talk about on how this match went. What an unbelievable finish. Well, here they come now. The players. That's McGregor, the captain, leading out the manager. Well, you've got to say, this has been an incredible season. And in fact, the captain and the manager are going to speak to the crowd. Well, I'm going to have to find out what they're saying here. There's a lot of stuff that could have contributed to this game, and ultimately it has. Well, the players now going to receive their medals. Conor McGregor just talking now, and unfortunately we can't hear what he's saying, so that's good, isn't it? Well, they will take their medals, and we will go shortly after this. We want to thank Uno Overlays for providing the lovely stuff you've been seeing on your screen. We also want to thank Story Art for bringing you the music you've been hearing. But what a broadcast, what a momentous occasion this has been. We'll go shortly after the trophy gets lifted, as we have to go off there by 3. But the fans will celebrate for a long time, I'm sure. The manager's going to say a few words now. Yeah, well, it means a lot to them. It means a lot to them, Celtic. 5 in a row. I mean, Hearts thought they could have had it, and I think we all thought they could have had it, but in the end it wasn't their day. Martin O'Neill, his 8th major trophy as a Celtic manager. They're ready for the trophy. and they are going to get it. And at the end of the season, it is Celtic who are the champions. They lift the trophy, and what an ending. From all of us here at FT Sport, I'm Theo Bicknell. We'd love to thank you for watching this. Celtic are the champions. Good night.